Hello, everybody. Today I have with me Brandon Wilson from Rock Box Fitness. Brandon is going to let you know what the fitness industry is up to today and where it is going in the future, and specifically what Rock Box can do for you and what it does for its franchisees. So Brandon, how about a little background information about you, how you got started in franchising, and what brought you over to Rock Box Fitness?
Absolutely. Well, Greg, thanks for having me on. And so to give you the short history of myself, like a lot of people in franchising found me about 5 years ago. Started out with a commercial cleaning company doing their franchise development throughout the Southeast, and then grew to doing that on a national scale. Did that for about 3 years, and then 2 years ago, just about 2 years ago, joined up with a company called Fran Devco to help with really building some emerging franchise brands and helping them scale as well. Rockbox was always the shine in my eye. I always had a liking to the brand. It's a fun concept, so when getting to work with them, it's been a blast. It really has, and have been working with them for a little while now with Fran Devco, and really exciting things that are happening with the brand here.
So how about a little summary of the business? What's Rock Box Fitness all about?
So Rock Box Fitness is the fight club that meets nightclub experience. So it's boxing, it's kickboxing, and functional strength training all tied together. So creates a really fun atmosphere. You've got the loud music, the lights. It's a great time. But the biggest piece of Rock Box, it's taking the boredom out of fitness routine. So our members are never repeating the same workout routine. They're coming in, even if they're coming in 7 days a week, they're not going to do the same workout twice. It's different every time. So combining these different functionalities to it makes it very fun, very engaging, and it helps retain members long-term because they enjoy coming back. So that's the big piece. But beyond that, Rockbox is also holding our members accountable. That is really one of our core values as well, accountability. So making sure that we're helping them to achieve their goals. So that's the big focus for the brand here.
Fantastic. Well, how did the business come about in the first place? How did the owners think up Rock Box Fitness, and where did they come from?
Yeah, great question. So Steve Halloran, the primary founder, one of the co-founders, started, he was an amateur boxer and had some corporate roots, but was a serial entrepreneur. Back in 2013, he started Fast Fit Boxing. And so that was really the first iteration of what's now Rockbox, but started to build that up, changed the name to Rockbox. And then the other co-founder, Roger Martin, who had been in the pharma industry for 25 years in executive level positions, he ended up becoming a member and loved the brand, saw the long-term potential of it, and wanted to help scale it. So he came on board. They started to implement some new systems. And then shortly thereafter, in 2018, started franchising the brand, partnered up with Jeff Duden, who had quite the background in franchising himself, but started to franchise. And at this point, we have grown to 54 franchise partners, 36 open locations, and over 100 locations sold. So a lot of growth that's coming this year in 2022 as well.
That's fantastic. Great background on the franchisor as well. So if you're growing so well and people are looking at this franchise brand and saying, this is what it's going to do it for me, this is what's going to help me achieve my goals, my dreams, my criteria, you must have a great franchise support system to back all that up with. What do you do for your franchisees? What's the support system like?
Greg, I'm glad you asked that. The support system is second to none with Rockbox. So from the very beginning, Rockbox is helping with everything from site selection, helping find the perfect location, managing the build out process, helping with lease negotiations. So you have all of that in the very beginning so that the franchise owner can focus on training and learning how to run the business. So they'll be partnered up with our home office team. we'll take them through our training program. But we're not just going through a training program and then turning them over to the wolves. We are with them every step of the way throughout the life of the business. So we're working with them on KPIs, benchmarking. We're doing one-on-one accountability calls with them. We also have ongoing support through weekly training webinars for employees that is all hosted in Rock Box University, which is our intranet system, and creates a forum as well as a connection point for franchise owners and their employees across the country. And then one thing that Rock Box does exceptionally well is the digital marketing. So we like to say internally that Rock Box is a marketing company that just happens to change lives through fitness, but it really is the truth there. So we have the digital marketing process is down pat. It's plug and play. So the franchise owners can come in and plug directly into a proven system that works to drive new leads, new members. And then we also have the only call center in the fitness industry. So this is something we call our managed member acquisition center. And basically what this does, our call center, it's all in-house, so it's not outsourced to the Philippines or anything like that. It is all in-house in Huntersville, North Carolina. But what they're doing, as soon as someone requests information or says, hey, I'm interested in the class on Facebook, Instagram, any of the digital platforms, our MMAC is calling them within 5 minutes on behalf of the studio. They're booking them for a first-time experience, getting them in for that free workout, because it is an experience. It's something that once they get in the doors, they're going to fall in love. They're going to want to become members. They're going to want more of it. So with this, it's getting them in the doors. And then from there, they will also help with, if the person does not become a member, they'll help with follow-ups, they'll help with lead nurturing. And then the big piece of this as well is they're helping with retention. So they track, they can see when members are falling off of their routines. If you've got a member who's coming in 3 days a week and then they suddenly miss 2 days, they're getting a call from our managed member acquisition center saying, hey, Greg, saw that you haven't been in a couple of days. What's going on? You clearly stated these are your goals for fitness. This is the plan that we built to help you achieve those goals. We need to get you back in the studio. And that helps with the retention, helps with the engagement, but it's, again, going back to the core values, driving the accountability and results for our members. So that's a really big piece. It's something that is relatively new to our system, but our franchise owners have been loving it so far.
And the only fitness franchise that does that outgoing call center. That's fantastic.
Correct. Yep.
Good. Now tell me about the Net Promoter Score. What is it and what is yours?
So Net Promoter Score is the way I would describe it is a way to really gauge your customer satisfaction in a different way. So ultimately what the Net Promoter Score is focused on is how likely are you to recommend this business to a friend or family member. And it's measured on a 200-point scale, so -100 to +100. The boutique fitness space is averaging right around in the 70 range, which is phenomenal compared to a lot of industries. 70 or higher is considered world-class. Rockbox is sitting at a 91.
Wow.
So that is our members, they love it and they're engaged, and it shows in the Net Promoter Score there.
So that's a good way for anybody that's out there looking to do franchises to gauge which franchise are the happiest is to go look up the Net Promoter Score, and then they'd see Rock Box Fitness obviously right up on top with the rest. So perfect way to go out.
Absolutely.
There. Good. Perfect way to go out there and judge that to find out which is the best franchises to start looking at on there. So when you're looking for your franchisees, are there anything specific that you're looking for? Any specific traits? What makes an ideal franchisee in your system?
So we have a pretty diverse network of franchise owners. We have people who are coming in from backgrounds from publicly traded C-suite positions, or publicly traded companies, C-suite positions there, executive level positions. We have medical professionals, veterans, but really the common trait for everyone is they have a passion for health and fitness and changing people's lives. So they want to create or they want to have a business that allows them to really impact people's lives, make a difference, and make a difference that is visible. You can see the difference and you can feel it, but that's the big common trait for everyone. Now, we are looking for people who have good people skills, who enjoy engaging with their members, with their staff. Certainly people who have experience with managing a staff. While it's a pretty small staff, about 6 to 7 employees total at a Rock Box studio, we do want them to have managerial capabilities and the ability to hold people accountable there, and then business acumen to be able to understand KPIs, benchmarking, the metrics that really drive the success of the business. And that is a key piece as well. So a lot of different backgrounds, but that's the short list of items that we're really looking for in our franchise owners. And then actually, I will caveat that and say or another piece that we're looking for, people who really identify with the culture, with the brand values. So the core values at Rock Box, it's a fun, easy to remember acronym, FASTER. So fun, accountability, service, and then trust, energy, and last but certainly not least is results. So we're looking for people who really embody that vision, embody the culture, and are going to be a good fit for the brand there.
Perfect. I like that, having the culture all laid out already, so you know who you're looking for and who can exemplify your values. It's a good start for definitely growing the business on that. So when you take over one of these, walk me through a day in the life of a franchisee. What do they do on a regular basis?
Yeah, so the day in the life, it's going to vary depending on if they're an owner operator, if they're in the business full time on a day-to-day basis, or if they're going to be more semi-absentee, so keeping their existing day job and then hiring a staff, a manager to run the day-to-day. So looking at the owner operator side, they would be coming in, taking really the role of the general manager. They'd be overseeing the sales, the member acquisition, managing the KPIs and the financials, as well as scheduling. But they're engaging with the members. They're helping to build out the members' fitness plans based on their goals, and really being the face of the business, as well as driving community engagement. Now, if they're semi-absentee, their focus is really going to be managing the general manager. They're going to have more of an open line of communication with them. They're going to be holding them accountable to certain metrics, certain sales goals, member engagement, member retention. But outside of that, they'd be doing more of the high-level financial management. So spending probably 6 to 12 hours a week working on the business. So that's really what they'd be looking at from a day in the life standpoint. So we have a few franchise owners who are managing the business from out of state. I know we have one that actually manages the business from a laptop from her kitchen. So that's a really fun story there. But it can absolutely be run on that semi-absentee manage the manager type basis after you build that team up.
As a very driven person that can manage to run it from afar like that, that's amazing. Do you?
Yeah, absolutely.
You have mostly single unit owners, or do you have some multi-unit owners? And how does a multi-unit or area developer work if you want to go into something like that?
Yeah, so we do have, we started out doing a lot of single unit. So a lot of single unit owners in the beginning, getting started with the brand. But here lately, over the past couple of years, we've really evolved to more of a multi-unit. So owners that are coming in that want to build, grow their footprint, own several locations. So that has been really the norm for our franchise owners over the past couple of years. And then last year in 2021, we actually introduced our area developer program. So this is for people who are really looking to build a large size business. It's a 10 unit, 10 studio arrangement there, but they're building that out over a set period of time. So it's not putting 10 locations up day one. It's spaced out over the course of about 5 years. But with that, they're able to bring on operating partners, sell a percentage of the business to operating partners, and then they also receive some royalty rebates as well with that. But the 10 locations would be typically in a large metro area, or it could be scattered across a couple smaller areas as well.
Okay. So the franchisee is going to build that out, and then they can, after they get it built out, then they can bring on a partner to help them out with that. Is that what I was hearing?
Correct. So you could do it that, or they could do it that way. They could also, they would have the licenses for the 10 locations and could actually bring on an operating partner to start up a location under them or with them. So not necessarily building it out first, but identifying that operating partner first and then going through that startup process.
Perfect. So you bring that operating partner in, then the operating partner uses their money then to build out that location. So you as area developer don't have to, but you still are bringing in some of the benefits from that.
Correct. It's a way to lower their financial commitment for each studio, while also helping the operating partner with the operations, as well as ultimately opening up. They are still contributing some capital. They are still an owner in the unit. So it is a shared resource opportunity there.
Now, well, that's perfect. I mean, that's a great way if you're going to build an empire. And I got a lot of empire builders out there. Some people buying, one guy bought 68 hair salons from me not too long ago. So I got a lot of people that like to build empires. So it's good to know that you've got an empire building program, as well as just somebody who wants to get involved in their community, small 1 unit store, but just feels good about helping other people feel good about themselves. So go both ways with that one. Now, how is fitness doing these days? I know the past couple of years been kind of a challenge sometimes with getting groups of people together. On that, we have seen it from the franchise consulting company, myself and Franchise Maven. We've seen a lot more interest this last year in fitness. We've seen it growing. We've seen people getting back out and saying, I'm just going to go out. I'm tired of being stuck at home. What are you seeing? Are you seeing the same thing? Are you seeing anything different out there as far as fitness goes?
We have seen a big bounce back. So obviously with COVID and restrictions going in place, shutdowns, definitely saw a hit there. We were fortunate and retained a much higher percentage of our membership than a lot of other studios that were set up on that type of model. But we still saw the hit in 2020. Now 2021, I think with people having been locked at home for a year, not getting out, they're tired of being stuck at home. They're missing that community aspect. So our franchise owners that opened up in 2021, and we had about 17 that did, opened up a lot stronger than we've seen in the past. So really coming out of the gate strong. They're ramping their membership bases up very quickly. So we have seen a big bounce back there, and it's continuing to get better every month. I think that there's a light at the end of the tunnel now. People have the vaccine, or have their immune systems helping out there, but we're seeing a lot of people getting back in the studios, and 2022 is shaping up to be a very strong year for fitness. So we're excited at this point about the bounce back and what we've been seeing internally, and what we're expecting for the future here.
Yeah, we can see that in our placements of people into fitness franchises as well. I mean, if y'all don't get my newspaper or my newsletter, subscribe to my newsletter. Just let me know, and I give you a list of what we place every week. And Brandon and I were just talking about that the other day, and that the fitness is just keeps on going up there on the top. So yeah, keeping healthy and keeping fit is one way, good way, along with, some other things to do if you want to, but keeping your body in good condition so you're less likely to get sick. So got to get that exercise in there one way or the other. Rock Box Fitness sounds like one of a real fun way to do it, definitely. Brandon, I appreciate having you on today. Very kind of you to take your time out of the day to present to us Rock Box Fitness. Anything else before I let you go? How do we get a hold of you? How do we contact you?
Yeah, so you can reach me directly. You can email me at brandon@frandev.co. That's BRANDON at frandev, FRANDEV.co. So can certainly reach out to me directly. Happy to talk about Rock Box Fitness. We also have our website, and then of course can reach out to Greg. Greg knows how to get a hold of me as well. So any questions there, he can help guide you or help get you in touch with me.
I appreciate that, Brandon. Thank you very much, and have a great day out there today, sir.
All right. Thanks, Greg. You do the same.